Welcome back to the Five Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Alex Toledo. I'm here with my guy, Brady Hawk, after the Heat win 106-90 at home against the Washington Wizards. Brady, we were talking about it all game long. At least I was droning and complaining the whole game about how this was a tough game to watch. But you know what? The Heat took care of business without, a whole lot of guys, without Wiggins, Jovic, Jaquez, and Davion Mitchell, among others, while the Wizards were missing Jordan Poole. This was just not one of the better games of the season, but they did take care of business. Now, I guess your reaction to that as a Heat fan in general is conflicted, depending on what you want for the rest of the season. Do you want the draft pick? Do you want the play-in/playoff run? But they took care of business, missing a whole lot of guys. What were kind of some of your takeaways from this game?
One of my main takeaways was this looked like a scrimmage for most of the game. I probably happens a lot of times when teams play Washington just because they play that freestyle, but it doesn't help when you have this certain rotation for Miami where it just looked like an open gym basketball. Bam getting his taking over the double-double record in Miami history was kind of one of the pillars of this game, I guess, in terms of stories, because there was a lot to talk about on the court. I mean, Pelle Larsson playing well, kind of getting extended run, I think is important. I think they're at the point in their season where we were talking about it before. Just play those guys. I mean, that's kind of more exciting at this point of the season to see what you have in Pelle. Get Keyshot away from Sioux Falls and let him get real run with this team. We were saying, even in a game like this, play Josh Christopher and Isaiah Stevens. Like, just get kind of different run. But yeah, they had guys like Duncan kind of step up, play well. Kyle Anderson as kind of their backup five. Play decent as well. Like, they had different guys just kind of step up, as you said, take care of business. It was 19-point lead at halftime. We were kind of looking over, a little bit when it got down to 10. I think at one point in the third quarter, we're like, no way. There's no chance even this team could do this. And I guess they didn't. They took care of business. So, yeah, there's not a lot to take away from this game. There's not a lot of big picture stuff. It was literally just a game where certain guys just filled up the stat sheet, and it's time to move on to Wednesday.
Pretty much, there was a whole lot of handoff basketball today. Yeah. Larsson, as you said, he had a rough start, but then ended up turning it around. It was just cool to see him, kind of have a good game, even though it is the Wizards, right? Like, I think just in general for him to get some reps, to get some confidence. At this point, he's a guy who only plays when other guys are out, when multiple guys are out, really. But it's good to see him, just get some of those reps in general and kind of fill up the stat sheet, like you said. Kyle Anderson continues to be solid as hell on both ends, and I think if it wasn't for the fact that I could talk here for a minute in the same time that it takes him to load up a three, right? Like, that's the one big flaw that stands out about him. Everything else, he's just a solid-ass rotation player, man. He's a solid role player. His hands were in the passing lanes all over the place tonight. He's such a positive passer. He has a little slow step that, if a guy kind of overplays it, he can finish over them, or he can look for the pass. Like, his game is very almost simplified yet unorthodox. And I think, you saw some of the benefits of his game tonight against an inexperienced Wizards team where he was just kind of picking them apart. So that's really it. Shout out to Bam for breaking the record. That's pretty significant. Breaking the record. Like, the fact that Ronnie Cycli held on to that record for this long, despite Alonzo Mourning playing here all the years he did. Obviously, Shaq, like that. Even LeBron, I'm sure, had a whole lot of double-doubles while he was here, and of course, D. Wade. Like, there was plenty of guys along the way that could have broken that record. And, of course, Bam, with his consistency and longevity, like, it's really impressive that he was able to do it here with Cycli in the house. So that was really one of the cool things from this game. Other than that, we're going to get to the press conferences. Thank you guys for checking this out. Make sure to check out the 5 on the Floor podcast going up later tonight. And, of course, check out the Discord server. Link is going to be in the description. Thank you guys and have a good night.